Welcome to the Wandering Bard. I'm Jeremy Grafe, and I have just returned after a long absence to being here live with all of you. Yay. So I'm excited about that. It's been a bit, so I hope everybody's doing all right. It is very nice to be home. So here's to that. To the comforts of home. Thank you, Oaken Raven. So I have, I don't know, kind of an atypical set. A few songs that I know I haven't played live on the show in a while, which actually could be true of anything, because I haven't played live on the show in quite a while. So if there's anything you particularly want to hear, maybe pop that in the chat. I might play it. There are a few things that I probably don't have prepared, but, you know, most of the regular folks will know a few. Anyway, it's good to see you all again. Wherever you may be tuning in, we are beaming out to several communities. Oh, good afternoon, Judith. Hello, Tanya. So, yeah, we've got, well, at least 2 different time zones reporting in, so that's cool. Hello to the future, for those of you who are already in our tomorrow.
In this benighted world, the grace of the sun's rays are just a memory. Within the darkness here, it marks time with every passing year. Find your endless trees. Distant light, visible by day, never shine more bright than under cloak of night. Giving guidance and courage to those wandering far from the bright hope of day. that will come as you share your light and heat. Trust the light, the love that you cling to when all around grows dark. Let the love you share radiate outward to all that you draw around you. A beacon of hope, of kindness and mercy to guide others on their way. And so, may your life together be filled with kindness. And so, may your life together be filled with patience. May your love for one another stand up. Bear witness. May the love you have endured throughout all yours.
I know I haven't played those two in a while, and since I reworked them a little, I thought it was time to reintroduce North Star and Radiant to you all. Also, those of you who have been watching for a while know that I have been talking about making a solo record for quite a while, and now that the Lemning album that Marshall Fisher, Jordan Cavalier, and I recorded before I went away to Arizona is ready to be released in just a few short weeks, I can start working on my solo record in earnest. So you might find some familiar players on that when it comes time to release it, but I'm hoping to be finished with the recording by the end of the year. And I'll probably have a better idea about when that'll actually be when I start recording, because I already have 10 songs written for it. And I wrote a lot when I was on the road, so I might have a couple that, well, none of us have heard because I haven't written them yet. So I don't know. I might have some B-sides. I might drop some things on the cutting room floor. We'll see. But I am happy to announce that if you have been a subscriber over at jeremygrafemusic.com, you will be treated to some new music very, very soon. So Jordan and Marshall and I need to get a couple of things done, but digital downloads should be ready for release before the end of May. So we're hoping to get some fun physical merch done by the time New Jersey Renaissance Fair finishes. So that opens this coming weekend. We are going to be, Jordan and I will be at New Jersey Renaissance Fair as Lemning for, well, sort of the duration. Jordan is not going to be with me the last week, and I will be joined by an extra special guest that I'm sure most of you will recognize. But I will be announcing that as we get closer to the end. Jordan is set to be showing up here to get into some rehearsals a little later this week, and I am so excited to get a chance to play with him again. We haven't gotten to perform or even play much together very much since Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair closed last year. And even though he was here to record, when you're recording, that can be a live process. But for us, we all did our own parts separately. And yeah, anyway. So here we are. And it was a long time away from home, and there are some new things that you may have noticed. First and foremost, this beautiful Taylor 250 CE. Oh no!
Oh, it's not your glasses.
Oh yeah, they're new too. That's not really.
They
as
don't
exciting.
care about the guitar. No, I'm just kidding. It's the guitar. Show off the fancy guitar.
So, nice Taylor 250 CE. It is, in fact, a 12-string. And I am so happy with how this guitar sounds and responds. So, I don't know why I waited so long to get a nicer guitar, but it is, I've really enjoyed getting a chance to play it. And I think it sounds really great live. Another thing that's new, I had an LR Bags venue that had a short in it, and the folks at LR Bags took really good care of me and repaired it and sent it back. So we have lots of great live and studio toys that are hopefully contributing to a better sound quality for you folks at home.
I mean, I think it sounds good. I'm really excited for this live music.
Yeah,
I kept talking it up. I'm like, I can't wait to hear it live in the Wandering Bar Tavern. It's going to be amazing, and I think it sounds pretty amazing.
So it lived up to your expectations.
It did. It's really full sounding. It has more clarity, I would say, in its tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it is. I am going to continue to play my PRS, and actually was practicing on it today. The Ibanez is going to be going out on the road with me as well as the Taylor, because I think this guitar is not going to see many rain days. But anyway, here we are. I guess I should probably play some more music or something.
Yeah, they're tired of me talking to them, so they want to hear all this live music.
Oh, yeah. I find that somehow unlikely, but...
Tam, że znaczane wody szalona kosek młody czule żegna się dziewczyno jeszcze czule z Ukrainy hej, hej, hej sokoły omijajcie go i lasy doły dzwon, 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 dzwonecki mój stepowy skowronecki hej, hej, hej sokoły omijajcie go i lasy doły dzwon, 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 dzwonecki mój stepowy Szepczon jesteście, cieknie więcej w Ukrainie, tam nie serce pomusztawo, ci kochane, nie dziewczyno, hej, 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 sykowi, oni jaj, ci gowi raz i dowi, dzwon, 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 dzwoneczku, mój stepowi, skowroniecju, hej, 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 sykowi, jaj, ci gowi raz i dowi, dzwon, 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 dzwoneczku, mój stepowi, dzwon, 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 żal, 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 dziewczyno, żal, żilo, Ukraino, żal, żal, serce płacze, już nie więcej, najdobaczej, hej, 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 sykoły, omijaj, ci goły raz i doły, dzwon, 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 dzwonecku, mój stepowi, skowronecku, hej, 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 sykoły, omijaj, ci goły raz i doły, dzwon, 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 dzwonecku, mój stepowi, dzwon, dzwon, dzwon. Wina, wina, wina dajcie, a jak umrę, pochowajcie na zielonej Ukrainie, ci kochane me dziewczynie. Hej, 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 sykoły, omijaj, ci goły raz i doły, dzwon, 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 dzwonecku, mój stepowi, skowroniecku, hej, 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 sykoły, omijaj, ci goły raz i doły, dzwon, 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 dzwonecku, mój stepowi, dzwon, dzwon, dzwon.
That is Hey Sokoły, which is a nice old Polish folk tune from when Poland and Ukraine were one nation. And it tells the story of a young man who is riding off to war against the Tsar, and he is leaving not only his beloved lady behind, but his beloved Ukraine. So that feels appropriate right now. How's everybody doing? Everybody's good.
Everybody's good. I think they really like that one. You got a lot of clapping.
I like that one a lot too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, since we heard it, it was just kind of like really like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
Got to learn it.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% on trusting myself to remember the lyrics, but hopefully that will be showing up at a festival near you. There's actually a bunch of stuff that's going on over the next couple months, so I'll be at New Jersey Renaissance Fair, as I've mentioned, from next weekend until June 8th and 9th. And then the weekend after that, if you are anywhere near Lancaster, Pennsylvania, you want to get yourself to the American Bar and Grill on Plum Street, because Marshall and Luke Lee will be backing me up as we open up a show that night with Sherwin, which is Marshall's other band, and Brom Bones. And I'm really excited about this bill because I love American Bar and Grill. Those of you who are local to Lancaster will know we affectionately refer to it as A-Bag, or simply The Bag. I'm really excited. This will be my first time performing there. I've seen a lot of shows. I love A-Bag and Justin and the crew that's there. So really excited to get a chance to make some music there with some friends. The show has no cover. So you do have to be 21 or older, as the festivities start at 9, and we are playing first. So that'll be, what did I say, June 14th? Friday, June 14th? Does that sound right? That sounds right to me. Yeah. And then the following weekend, I will be at Robin Hood Medieval Fair with Jordan Cavalier. That'll be another nice Lemning gig for us. That is the only time we are going to be at Robin Hood's fair this season. So if you are anywhere in New England, that is your one time to get to see us live. I don't know our show times yet. I'm not sure about our stage yet either, but we will be there on the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd of June. So do come out and see us there. And then the weekend after that, I'm going to be playing at West Virginia Renaissance Fair. I love this fair. I'm really excited to get a chance to be back, and I will be joined by Mr. Vid Wegner. I am so stoked to get a chance to perform at West Virginia again, and especially getting a chance to play with Vid, which is always a blast. So you will get to see a pretty exciting duo with lots and lots of strings, as he will be playing Greek bouzouki. So all the stuff that you will come to expect of us at a Ren Fair. So I might even get the dates right, but Lori's correcting that, so I'm not looking at a calendar right now. Anyway, we hope that we will see some of you lovely people out on the road, especially the ones that we already know. But hopefully some of you folks who are new, if you are anywhere near those festivals, do come out. I'm also going to have another local live performance in York, Pennsylvania on First Friday in July at Trinity UCC Church on Market Street. And I'll talk more about that as we get closer to the time, but I think that's going to be from 5 to 7. And that'll just be a little solo gig outside. So anyway, lots of exciting stuff. And then July, for right now, is fairly quiet. But Lemning will be landing at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair for the first 6 weeks. And that's going to be Jordan, Marshall, and I. And we are really excited about the show that we're going to bring. We got a chance to play together there last year for the very last weekend. And I feel like we are going to have a really great time this year. So the summer's looking up. I get to return to some festivals I haven't been to in a bit, like West Virginia. I get to go back to Robin Hood, which I was very happy to be at last year and visit with some old friends. So yeah, come out and come hang. And of course, every Monday we'll be back here at the Wandering Bard. So that's the other nice thing about these kind of more local to me fairs. Driving home after them is really not that big of a stretch, as it turns out. So, you know, I wasn't planning on it, but...
Ooh, a surprise. Surprise song.
Yeah.
Mia mi che que milla de nuevo, amor. Mal meu rivo é mi e padre, no amas ma vicio, nuevo amor. Oh, mi padre, la manzana, manzana y el limón.
A song of the Sephardim, late of Spain.
Ellie says hi on YouTube.
Oh, hello, Ellie.
And she thought that was the Hades theme song, and she was like, apparently there's a sequel.
Yeah, it just came out.
Okay, see, he does know about it.
I know about it. I have prioritized other games for now. I am taking a break from my vacation home in Faerun, and I think I've had enough Baldur's Gate 3 for a little while. I have been playing Spell Rogue a good bit lately, which is sort of like Slay the Spire if you play like a card-based roguelite, although this one's cards and dice. It's very good at working through some fun, like practical math, kind of light. You can get through a whole run in about a half hour, so it's sort of a good game just to have to, like, you know, as a break between projects. I did finally pick up Final Fantasy VII, the remake, which looks gorgeous, but pretty similar to the original. It's kind of slow opening up after a bit, and it might take me a while to get into that. So
Judith wants to know if we've caught up on any TV shows or movies or anything.
No,
but we did.
We have been rewatching The Young Ones.
The Young Ones.
Which has in some ways held up remarkably well, and others,
in some ways
well,
not. 1982. So
1982 British television.
British TV.
Yeah.
My friend let me borrow her DVD box set, but I held on to it until Jeremy came back because I was like, this would be more fun to watch with him. So we did start watching that.
Yeah. Since I got home last Monday night, I haven't actually watched a ton of TV. There was a lot of reorganizing to do, and a lot of stuff to get ready for New Jersey. So that's been kind of like the main focus. So I didn't really get to relax quite as much as I would have wanted, but yeah.
Rachel said she finally got into Baldur's Gate 3.
Oof.
And Chels has been playing FF7.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who is out. I know there's so many things going on right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I did pick up the Interdependency trilogy by John Scalzi when I was in Texas, and I'm about halfway through, which, seeing as I bought the trilogy like over a week ago, is showing remarkable busyness on my part, because actually it's a pretty quick read. I read the first book in a day, and the second one has been like a chapter or two here and there. But it'd be kind of a cool TV show, I think. Each chapter would be like a cool episode, even if it's a short one. So I don't know. That might be a cool web series. But I've been enjoying that. And Ray, I would love to talk to you about how you are finding Baldur's Gate at some point. I will be very careful not to give you any spoilers unless you want them. I have found some really fun things. I don't know if some of those strategies have held up because one, I think, was an exploit that they didn't find. So anyway, enjoy your time in Faerun, and I will be excited to talk to Shell about how she is enjoying Final Fantasy VII, although I'm not very far into that at all. So it was basically just get started and, ooh, this is pretty, and then I've got stuff to do. So, like, get ready for tonight. So, anyway, what do we got? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. What would be fun? I had ideas, and then I changed my mind. All right. So, I'm not sure if I shared this with you guys, but early on at Arizona, it was cold. It was in the 30s at night for the first few weeks, and during the day, it got into the high 60s, which was nice. And in the sun in Arizona, that's like, it doesn't really feel like the 60s. It feels like low 70s here. So it was kind of gorgeous during the day. Night was kind of brutal, but Mark and I started playing Drive the Cold Winter Away as a bit of a charm against the cold, and it seemed to work. But, you know, spring comes to Arizona much more quickly than it does to Texas or Pennsylvania, so. I also wanted to share something I've been thinking about as maybe an intro to the song that I've just set up, and now I'm going to play something completely different, so here we are. anyway, I think that's a fun pairing, both like thematically and musically.
Yeah, remind me of that first song too, because it's like the tune of a different song.
It's the
with
tune
different
that
lyrics.
most of us know as Goddesses.
Goddesses, yes,
That
yes.
I'm sure Judith knows a dance to.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that's like they call them broadsheets.
Right.
So when like the printing press became a thing in the Renaissance, publishers started making lots of money on songwriters' work. And so they'd have like the score,
Yeah.
and then they'd have a whole bunch of alternate lyrics.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's a bunch for that one.
Yeah, I kind of like this version too. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's very catchy.
Yes, it's very classy. It showed up in a Shakespeare play.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey, side note. Oaken Raven wants to know if you had any close encounters with critters on your travels.
Well, yeah. So the first one was completely unintentional, and I was completely unaware of it until I got an oil change and found that someone had made a nest that completely clogged up my airbox. So I was wondering why I was coughing and hacking by the time I reached New Mexico, and why my voice was not behaving properly. And started taking Allegra and got my airboxes cleaned out, and so did the rest of it. But so that was one. Another cool one. That one wasn't cool. No, that wasn't cool. The other ones that I'm going to share really were, though. So the parking lot at Arizona Renaissance Festival is home to a murder of ravens, and they were a delight. So I did my preliminary work of befriending them. So hopefully by next season, we'll all get to hang out. There were a ton of cool hummingbirds that liked hanging out on site, and some roadrunners. And
What were the ones that were running around in the trash?
oh, yeah, and prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs, yeah, lots of
So
prairie dogs.
one day, Mark and I were sitting under the awning at my camp having lunch, and the two of us are both pretty quiet, and both of us are pretty good with animals. So we were sitting there just enjoying our lunch, and the prairie dogs started coming out and scurrying all around us, which was kind of fun. So we got to see like them playing around and raiding one of my neighbor's porches because his housekeeping was not quite so tidy. I'll just leave it at that. So that was cool, getting to see the prairie dogs. Mark and I went on a hike on one of the first like really warm days. It was probably in the low 80s, and we were out on a pretty big hike. And on the way back, I heard it before I saw it, rattlesnake. So I was really excited. This is the first Diamondback rattlesnake I've seen in the wild, and it was probably about as big around as my wrist, and it was hard to tell because it was coiled, but it was probably about 5 or 6 feet long. So real cool, and 9 buttons on the rattle, which has no bearing on its age. That's actually a myth we found out, but still a pretty cool rattle. So we gave him a wide berth because rattlesnakes have the rattle so they don't have to fight, because it's a dumb idea to pick a fight with something that weighs 10 times as much as you, as it turns out. So we gave it a wide berth, we waved goodbye, and it went about its day. So that was pretty cool. And then I saw a whole lot of herons and storks when I was in East Texas, because it's kind of a swamp. So I saw a few white cranes. I saw a lot of great blue herons. One of the places that I was hiking a lot, probably the place that I went to the most, there was a great blue heron that just kind of balefully glared at people that walked by it from the bank. I think it resented how many people were fishing in its lake. So, but that was pretty cool.
Judith asked about coyotes.
I saw dead ones by the side of the road, and I heard them
Oh.
pretty much every night. There was
So
a pack.
they were around. But
Yeah, they were all around.
They're
There was at
around,
least
yeah.
1 or 2 packs right in the vicinity of like the festival, but I didn't see any alive. So that was, maybe not the best. Ton of really beautiful skinks. all through Arizona. Like most of our hikes, if it was above 75, they were out and about. And from like really tiny little ones that were maybe, I don't know, about 2 inches long or less, to like bigger ones that were like 5 or 6 inches long. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, some pretty good wildlife encounters. Mainly because Mark and I are both pretty quiet. So if we're out on a hike, we might talk, but you know, there are some stretches where there's not a lot of talking, and so you have a better chance of seeing some things. We got to see some really beautiful nature. Lori shared some video of we snuck up to the Wave Cave, which was a pretty good hike. So Phoenix is already like pretty high above sea level. So every little bit that you hike above that just stacks on more altitude and fun oxygen things. So by the time we got to the Wave Cave, it was both warm and not highly oxygenated in the way that it was at the floor of the canyon. But really beautiful, and I don't think that the videos that I sent did it justice, how amazing the natural reverb of that place was. So Mark and I set up and played for a while. We didn't record everything that we played there because we drew a small crowd that was very kind. I don't know how happy I would have been to find someone else playing music in the cave if I were out on a hike, if I'm honest. But they were very patient with us and very kind. So that was pretty great. But yeah, I'm really excited. If I get a chance to get back, I will be happy to hike in some new places and see some new stuff. I didn't take pictures of all of the flora that I saw, or all the fauna, because little lizards usually run when anything comes by. But there were a lot of really beautiful flowers because I've basically been chasing spring east as my spring has emerged. So my allergies, I've noticed, are very different from area to area. It's different things that are causing it, and they are doing different things. So now I'm back to my usual spring allergies, which is not as exciting. But anyway, thus concludes the nature part of our program. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some music might be a good thing to share with the good people. Yeah.
Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Deliver us from the climate we change. Deliver us from fire and earthquake. Deliver us from winds, flood and hurricane. Deliver us from resources we drain. deliver us from our absence of hope. Deliver us from oppression and divide. Deliver us from our fear and our pride. Deliver us from hatred and bigotry. Deliver us from self-interest and greed. Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. When the shit show's outdone, love's finally won. We'll all join in one voice and sing. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. Your will now be done, we'll finally won. And all of our grief turn to praise. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. Your will now be done, and your kingdom come. There won't be more tears of pain. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. Your will now be done, we're finally won, and all of our grief turn to praise. It is so nice to be back and be here with all of you. But sadly, there's only time for one more song.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know. But there's time for one more song.
Oh, yeah.
And even better, we'll be back here next week, here at the Wandering Bard.
Live music.
You know, this is a great time to let you know or remind some of you that if you happen to be on Twitch and you subscribe to the channel, you know, you can do that for free if you're already an Amazon Prime subscriber. That's right. You already get it as one of your benefits. And we would be honored if you would pick this channel. Every little bit helps. I got one of my payouts when I was in Arizona, and that was a huge help. I'm going to say that that's what funded the oil change. So thank you, friends.
Yay.
So I
I do hope I get to see some of you. If you haven't already, do pop on over to jeremygrafemusic.com and subscribe to the newsletter, because there are going to be a lot of announcements coming in the next few weeks. Some of the festivals that are coming up, I'm working on trying to get some other performances ironed out. And also, there's going to be some really cool merch coming out soon. And to say nothing of the new Lemning album that's going to be coming out in just a few weeks. And I am so excited about that album. Anyway, there's a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff coming out soon. And we're really excited to get a chance to share it with you. So you guys are going to hear this stuff before anybody else. And I don't say this lightly. I am so proud of the record that Jordan and Marshall and I have made. For those of you who have been watching the show for a while, I will give you a little preview. And, well, this is the song that's going to close us out tonight, but it's also the song that closes out the Lemning record.
I may grieve for what's lost, burn to
friends. Thanks so much for welcoming me back. It was great to see you all again. And we hope to see you right here at the Wandering Bard next week. Love you all. Good night.